With a yo-ho-ho, it's Taylor the Toaster. Welcome back to the post-game of Inazuma 11-3 Team Ogre Attacks. And you may notice that I am not playing as Mark Evans right now. Rather, that is Austin Hobbes at the front of the party, because in this episode we're going to be covering some minor side quests, just miscellaneous loose ends type things, starting with a side quest where you have to talk to Austin's mum as Austin himself. And
one of the customers was telling me about something called a healing herb that's supposed to be good for curing tiredness. But apparently they're very precious and difficult to get hold of. And besides, I'm far too busy here to go looking for one. Never mind. As long as you're out there doing your best, Austin, I'll keep going.
Yeah, she's been ill for the whole game. And so to finally stop Austin's mum from dying, we've got to get her a healing herb, or healing herb if you're American. But in order to do that, surprisingly, you have to go back to Wildcat Stadium. And hidden in here, you first must cross this intersection, then we get to a river. And the healing herb is on the other side of the river. So it just takes a bit of walking around and then you can collect it. So it's just on the other side of this bridge. I'm not sure if they tried to obscure it with the camera, but I don't know who the heck would come looking here on their own. There's a treasure chest. I don't think that's quite what we were looking for. Yeah, that's just a pair of boots. There's a person. And it's a butler from the Inazuma veterans, and he's given us a piece of the final notebook. Well, that's certainly not what I came here for, and he's just run off into the trees. Alright, fair enough. I guess that was a point to looking around here, and I don't know what I just clicked on, but the healing herb is right here in this exact spot. Like, look at the top screen for reference if you need to. That's where the healing herb is. And so we're obviously going to take that back to Austin's mum now to finally patch the poor woman up. Right, so back in Hobbes's hut then, we'll talk to his mam.
It's a healing herb. Oh, Austin, my little angel, thank you so much. Thank you, all of you dear children. This is sure to cure my tiredness. Oh, that reminds me. I have something for you, darling. I was sorting through your old things and I found this. I thought you might like to have it with you.
And she gives you a shooting move for remote combustion. What she's actually doing is not giving you a manual, but she's giving you a remote-controlled car, and then tells all his friends about how he cried and about getting a toy. So, fair enough, good way to embarrass everyone. So let's actually give that move to Austin, because it is a move which is otherwise inattainable. Like, this is the only way to get the single combustion shoot manual in the game, but it's called RC Shoot in Japanese. Where is it? It's there. It's a long shot with 48 TP, so it's completely redundant in the face of Cladius Arch. That's why it's not part of his level up moveset. And indeed, he never even used it in the anime. I'm going to get into a random encounter. Like, he does learn this move in the anime, but only at the end of a kind of side story episode where he's just bonding with Archer Hawkins about cooking, and in the end he busts out a brand new special move which he never uses in a match ever. But nonetheless, here is remote combustion, and it splits the soccer ball into 4 wheels for a car, and then it just drives into the goal. It's cool, I like it a lot, but it's one of the most hidden secrets in the game. Like, who would think to go back to Hobbes's hut and talk to the mum as Austin at the head of your party, and then go all the way over there to find a healing herb? It's not me. But next on my list of small side quests is to go to the magic moves in the Argentinian camp, the one where we first met Canon Evans And there's this guy with pink hair who just keeps saying he doesn't understand until on the 4th time he says, wait, I think I maybe get it. You wouldn't think this was the start of a side quest, but somehow it is. And next it will take you to the shopping area of the Japanese camp, where again you want to go into magic moves and find the same guy with the pink hair, just have an existential crisis and fail to understand what he's trying to think about until on like the 8th time you talk to him, he starts to understand a little bit. You can see that this is going to continue, can't you? All the way to the capsule machine in the shopping arcade in Tokyo, Japan, and there is a game shop you can go in. I don't know if I've been in here at all. There is actually a merchant who doesn't sell you anything. Point is, pink-haired lad is here buying his new game, and well, yeah, I get it now. It makes sense. Wow, that's obscure. Yeah, that pretty much sums up this whole side quest. Yet for doing all that, you get the move manual for Space Penguin, which is the shooting move used by Bellatrix of Genesis. What a random side quest. So while we were in Tokyo, I might as well go here to Mr. Firewill's competition route. Look how many wins I have over Neo National. I have 9 wins over them. That's how many wins it took to get a 40% random drop of a ticket for Advanced Neo National, who were still like level 20 and ridiculously easy. 9 times! But I did it. And so the normal reward for going through all of that effort, I can't believe that was only a 40% chance, because, oh, I popped off when I got it. But your S-rank reward is the goalkeeper Paul Peabody, who, as I keep saying every time he's mentioned, is more prominent of a character in the manga. Oh, he's actually a defender, but he's got goalkeeping moves. But yeah, so, although we got Paul Peabody, we also got the gym key, which you can use just up over here at the gym. And you could have done so since before even setting off for the worldwide tournament in the first place, but I just struggled that much with the with the random drop. But nonetheless, you can go inside the gym as just a small reward. It's the first time you've been allowed to go in here since the first Inazuma 11 game. I don't think it was there in Inazuma 11-2. And it's just a nice celebration. You get to talk to people who are playing sports other than football. It's got doors which don't even work. It's got the implication of basketball. You can stand up here. Yeah, I appreciate that they gave you the key to this place. It was a nice bonus reward. But the only real thing of importance is that treasure chest, the special tactic slow-mo, which I have never used in my life because why would I want to make matches last even longer than they already do? So now we're going to get into a bit of recruitment, and only in the aftergame. If you climb the stairs, you can actually talk to your team tactician, Willy Glass.
So you need my help, do you? I knew you'd come begging sooner or later. I'll lend you my formidable skills, but only if you prove you're looking after my brother Isaac by bringing him here. Agreed?
I agree, but he is not currently on my team. I just wanted to see what he would say. Indeed, what you want to do is go find Isaac Glass in Kyoto, where you find the, Banyan's team. And what we have to do, I'm going to swap out Mark, and we have to instead drop in Isaac Glass in your main party of 4. He doesn't have to be the actual head of it, I don't think, but he might as well be, because my name is Isaac. Why don't we represent the team with myself, right? If you put the twins to each other for a chat, you can speak to him, and then Willy Glass will join your team. And I'm pretty sure he's got, God Break in his level up moveset, or something really stupid like that. He's level 29 as well, which is not too bad, to be honest. But anyway, I can't stand to have Isaac as the head of my team any longer, so let's swap him out and never speak of this again. just a little Easter egg, if you go to the hospital, you can actually talk to Dr. Blaze, Axel's dad, and even his nurse is blown away at the fact that Dr. Blaze has actually smiled. Wow. The more important destination is at the Football Frontier Stadium in Japan, and here is a guy called Bernie Element. He is the last of the password players that I've been speaking to throughout the game, and because his surname is Elements, weirdly with 2 L's, but you give him the actual spelling of the word Elements, and he will challenge you to a football battle. So he is one of 4 members of the card. He's not fighting alongside them because I've already recruited the other members of the card. But just to give a quick recap, to get all of these players, you must speak to Stickler in Raimon Junior High School inside it. So he's only in the after game. His password is follow rules. You must speak to Bernie, who sits outside the Football Frontier Stadium, where we went to investigate Coach Travis. His password is Elements. You've got to speak to Deck, who sits next to the capsule machine in the Japanese camp over in Leocott. His password is Builder Deck. And finally, you want to speak to Pogue, who's in the Brazilian camp, just in the high streets. And his password is Full House. So he gave us an item. And also, once you get all 4 of those players, there is someone waiting for you in the dorm back at Raimon Junior High. So yeah, see you around. So we are going to have a look exactly who he refers to. Up on the 2nd floor of the dorm, it is Shadow.
Inazuma National, only in darkness can I truly thrive. Do you really want?
I can't, my voice can't take that. Let my darkness spread to the world. Shadow was part of the Dark Emperors, so the final boss of the last game, but he was also an Inazuma National candidate, so we got to play as him at the start of the game. He's level 40, he's got Sweet Deal as a shot, which really doesn't suit him, but it's related to the card, and that is how you recruit the elusive Shadow. He's always tough to get in every Inazuma game, but this is probably the easiest he's ever been. You still can't get him into the post game, and you need those 4 players first. And the final thing I want to show you how to do, we are going to go back to the same place we found Willy, up on the 2nd floor of the Japanese dormitory, and here is Hidetoshi Nakata.
So this is Inazuma National's dorm, is it? I'm travelling all around the world. Maybe I'll meet you again somewhere.
And he just vanishes. Yep, this is the start of how to get Hidetoshi Nakata, who was the absolute hardest player to get in Inazuma 11-2. You had to go all over the place to get him, and now he's actually important because we know he was the captain of the Italian camp and of the Italian team, and he will once again take you on a journey all around the world to the southern Tokyo, where you go to the Football Frontier Stadium to have a quick word with him, because okay, he only takes you to 3 places, so it's not that bad, but you still have to actually try and beat him in a football battle at the end of it, which is tough. And look at all this! They're letting just random kids walk around on the pitch and pretend to be down a chance. There's even a competition route match here in the Dream Ultimate Tournament against the PistonBerryz, no less. I'm going to make that the outro of the video, actually, because it'd be nice to talk to them. But here is Nakata once again, and he disappears. There's only 1 place left we need to speak to him at. And indeed, Hidetoshi Nakata, the player who plays for Italy for half of 1 match in the whole tournament, actually goes to his own dormitory for once. And here he is, enjoying some Italian ice.
You've been training hard. I can tell you believe in yourselves. How about showing me what you can do? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think you're ready to take me on yet.
Yep, he's just completely rude. Unfortunately, you have to have a team level of 60 to take him on, and right now I'm at 53. If ever I do reach team level 60 on this save file, then I will be sure to have a match with him, but unfortunately I can't actually recruit Hidetoshi Nakata yet. But I at least wanted to show you how it was done. So once you beat him in like 3 different rounds, he concedes and finally joins your team there. And he is an asset because he's got a great move in the form of Brave Shot. But nonetheless, that's going to wrap things up for this kind of tying up loose ends miniature side quests. Says a lot when the most important one is getting the Combustion chute manual, or arguably recruiting Shadow and Willy. But as we take on the PistonBerryz, part of whom we've already recruited, that's going to be the end of the video. So thanks very much for tuning in. PistonBerryz, to make a small correction, T-Pistons is the one who makes all of the intro songs for Inazuma 11 as a series, while PistonBerryz record all the outro songs, which I have to admit are not as good. Sorry, but nonetheless, I got a few of these guys through the Ogre Premium link, so it's nice to see where they actually come from, and it's just good to see players that are based on real people, just like Pants on my team is. So I'm gonna see if they've got any interesting special moves. Okay, they've got like Matador Feint, Revolution V, Emperor Penguin number 3. What's on the defense? They've got triple defense. We haven't seen that since the first game. So, you know, I'll take a goal on the PistonBerryz and then we'll call it a day. But it was I just wanted to see who was on there, because these characters are not found anywhere else. In the next episode, I haven't decided which bonus episode I'm going to record next, actually, but I've still got lots and lots of plans. Like, believe me, we are not done with the post-game yet, despite how I kind of shoved this loose ends one into the middle, weirdly. But anywho, hope you enjoyed it and found what you were looking for. Yes, it's triple defense, Mark's strongest move from Inazuma 11-1, and we beat it. Because, did you expect anything else?